In this video, we're going to talk about the various applications of voltaic plasma, electrical arcing in aesthetics. And we're going to give you an overview only. We're not going to touch every application in detail, just to give you an idea. So we're going to jump directly on to the presentation here. Okay, that's fine, we're in it. And so the main reason for us to invest in this is because we see that electrical arcing devices or plasma devices have a vast array of applications, which as 2015, 2016 are charged at a high price. And it is actually, these devices in certain cases are the substitute, a much better economical a more economical substitute to scalpel in a number of ways, especially when you're removing moles or benign skin lesions for aesthetic reasons. And this is because it's far more precise, easier to use, and it provides a lot of value for these reasons. So, and it's also relatively easy, more easily to be used compared to most lasers, and compared to most lasers, sometimes they do outperform them in a number of ways. As an example, one of the advantages of plasma devices versus lasers is that these devices do not lead to hypopigmentation, which you can get with lasers, so that you can treat with plasma all different types of skin, as to say, from one very pale to the very dark number 6. So say, for example, if you have lasers, you know that you have to be very careful and sometimes even refrain from treating skin type from 4 to 6 because of the hypopigmentation problem. This is not a problem you get with plasma devices. This has been demonstrated using loads of different types of plasma devices for aesthetic uses. The device can be made completely portable, which is not possible with lasers so far. So you can take it with you everywhere, and they're completely and very, very versatile. Now we're going to talk about some of the applications in aesthetics. So plasma devices can improve the appearance of fine lines almost everywhere on the face, is widely used in upper eyelid tightening, as the main reason why to this day we get contacted by clinics just for this application only. Lower eyelid tightening, extremely good for that application too. Crossfade attenuation, very good results. We're going to see one example. Tattoo removal. This is an area which we're going to focus later on. We're going to build more case studies. And what you'll find is that if you have laser tattoo removal devices, you'll be amazed at the results of plasma devices for tattoo removal. Permanent makeup removal, which is the same as tattoo removal, but easier in general. And this is another good application because it's something that people tend to ask you very often in your aesthetic clinic. Brown spots and age spots removal. These are very good applications. However, we feel that given the fact that skin resurfacing using plasma devices can be slightly invasive, it may be it may be better to use normal peels, normal chemical peels. Atrophic scar attenuation like chickenpox scar attenuation, acne scar attenuation, etc. There is a number of videos that you can relate to on our YouTube channel showing you how this procedure is carried out. And we call it attenuation in general. Also, another application which is not mentioned there is a hypertrophic scar attenuation stroke removal. You get extremely good results. All you have to do is very simply level off the scar with the surrounding skin as you would do with any mole, and then the appearance of that scar is going to improve after that particular treatment. Then benign moles removal. There's several examples and case studies on our websites. Also, skin resurfacing. It is not the best, in our view, the best application, but it can be used for that, especially, for example, brown spot and age spots removal. Mild peels, once again, it can be used for that, I mean, as a substitute, but we think it's much better to use normal chemical peels. Sun plasma removal. This is another example where plasma devices do a better job than scalpels in terms of aesthetic results, and it's less invasive. You don't have to cut and so on. And also you can maneuver the device on the eyelid area with a lot of comfort, because these devices are set up at very low power levels, so, and you don't need to have intraocular protection using plasma devices, because we're not using lasers. Another applications in, say for example, seborrheic keratosis removal, syringoma removal, etc. Now we're going to go into examples. This is just one of the several examples we have. The results after 10 days of one high-intensity treatment, plasma eyelid tightening. There is the relevant video showing you this treatment on our website, so you can enjoy that. If you have more questions, you can ask us. This is another one. You can watch the entire procedure on our YouTube channel, and I think there should be some links to our websites as well. So you can watch also the case study. I think we made a case study on this. And then lower eyelid tightening. We have two pictures in here. And as you can see in here, there's a swelling upper eyelid. It's just because the day before we carried out this procedure on the lower eye, on the cross-feet attenuation, stroke lower eyelid tightening. That person underwent a plasma upper eyelid tightening, and using another device which is quite expensive, but as you see, the swelling is always there, and that is not dependent on the device you're using so far with current technologies. Because what we're doing, no matter what you do with plasma devices or even CO2 lasers, if you wish, some people have used CO2 lasers in the past for eyelid tightening, you're burning the skin. When you burn the skin, you get swelling and redness, and the upper eyelid area is particularly sensitive, therefore the swelling is more accentuated. There's a number of ways you can minimize the swelling to a certain extent by using low intensity treatment, medium low intensity treatments, coupling with some good soothing products, but the swelling is supposed to be there, and it's going to be there the day after, no matter what you do, to a certain extent. This is the after, so once again we're going there, and you see the wonderful results. In this particular case, when we saw this person, we thought, that's a very good candidate for cross-feet attenuation, because these lines were there even without any facial expression, any smile. So she wasn't smile, and you had these lines, and they wouldn't actually go away when she was not smiling or making any expression. So we thought, okay, we can do something good for this person, and we have the results after one session only, which are absolutely amazing. This is again one of the best videos that we have online. This is only after one treatment. We deliberately treated only one part of the tattoo to show the difference between the tattoo that was treated, that one, and the one that wasn't. So there are the before and after, and the entire footage of that treatment if you want to watch it in full, so you can learn from it. And if you have any more questions, then you can ask us. We're not going to talk in detail about this particular type of treatments, tattoo removal, but you get very, very good results. And those clinics who have our device, the Beauty Tech, and have also laser tattoo removal devices, which are much more expensive, they're absolutely amazed at the results of plasma tattoo removal. And they wonder why they spend so much money in the first place. But this is a fact of life. If you try tattoo removal with plasma, you get very good results. This is another example. So after one session, the degree of fading is absolutely phenomenal. And once again, we have the entire procedure, or you can watch it online on our YouTube channel. I think there should be also the link to this particular video on our website, the beautytech.com website. And this is another example of moles removal. Again, there is the link to this particular procedure on our websites. And again, this is another mole removal. There's a case study on this, so you can watch the video, so you can see how this was performed, and you can see the results are absolutely amazing. You cannot even tell where the mole was previously located. When I personally saw this person, I thought, well, I remember I kind of remember that we removed the mole. I can't actually see it anymore. And then we took the pictures, and this is one of the reasons why these devices are very good, is because they're so versatile in aesthetics. And again, you can watch that particular procedure. It's the same person. You can see how we removed this mole as well. And this is me. I had this benign growth on my upper eyelid, and I kept it there for a while, just in order to make sure that when we removed it, I could film the entire procedure. And we have, of course, made the video on this, and also show you the recovery up until, I think, 5 to 6 days. I can't remember when. I think 6 days, maybe 6 days after. So you can watch the entire procedure, learn from it. And so this is another example where you can see the flexibility of these plasma devices. You can use them in many applications in aesthetics. And this is another example of where plasma devices can substitute, literally substitute scalpels. If you look online for cerebriform nevus removal, you'll find that very likely are going to be removed by using a scalpel up until today. And you can watch on our channel this particular procedure, the entire from beginning to end, and you can see the results after. Absolutely amazing. And we haven't actually had any bleeding throughout the procedure. We didn't use a scalpel, we simply used the Beauty Tech. And this is an interesting case study. If you want to watch it, is on our voltaicplasma.com website. This is another example. Mole removal is performs part of one of our case studies. So you can see the before, the after, and you can see the in-between. You can watch the entire procedure being carried out as well on our channels. And if you have any other question, please feel free to get in touch with us. We hope that you found this video useful. If you have any question, please feel free to get in touch. It is important that we build content online which you're going to find useful. So wherever you are in the world, whether you are in Melbourne, Australia, US, Canada, UK, whatever country you are, please let us know what question you may have, what topics you'd like us to cover. It doesn't matter if you're not using our devices. We want to add as much value as possible to your business. So please let us know. You can do that by using WhatsApp, Skype, or phone. You can give us a call, send us an email, and give us your feedback. Basically, our online content is all made in order to suit your needs. So we hope you find this video useful, and thank you for watching.